My name is James Bailey, and I'm a professor of management here at the school. And today what I want to do is talk about a single proposition, just a single proposition that comes from my own research and my work with executives and companies, both public and private, profit and nonprofit, over the last 25 to 30 years. And that is that leadership is an emotion. It is an emotional relationship. We choose our leaders not based on what they do, but based on how they make us feel. And that becomes fundamental, especially for conversations having to do with leadership in crisis. Where the world is turning and there's uncertainty, we look to leadership to reassure us of both our direction and, most importantly, our security. And security is at the root of this. It is a fundamental human need to feel secure about where we are and where we're going, to take care of our families, to take care of our careers, to feel safe walking across the street, interacting with our colleagues and our friends, and conducting ourselves in a civil society. Security is at the very root of what it is that we're about. And at certain moments in time, that security feels compromised. And feeling is just another way to say emotion. So one of the primary jobs of leaders then is to manage those emotions. And they do that in two different ways. The first responsibility is to manage their own emotions. Leaders have to understand that they are being looked at. They're in the spotlight. People are paying attention to them in these moments of crises, and they're taking a cue from them. Research shows, by the way, that emotion is contagious. We don't just understand the emotions of another, we feel the emotions of another. And particularly, we feel the emotions of the dominant person in the room. And dominant might not be a word you would like to use here, but all I mean is the person in the room that has the most influence, and that tends to be our boss. The second thing that leaders need to do, which is to manage the emotions of the people around them. And the primary way to do this, and I think this is job one for any leader, is to create a positive emotional tone. Doesn't mean you have to be funny or hysterical or a good joke teller. It means that you have to create an atmosphere and a climate and maybe even a culture of excitement, of fun, of positivity. And what that does is connect people through trust. In the final analysis, my definition of a leader is that they are an energy giver and a stress absorber. Leaders give the people around them energy, positive energy, that they can use to execute their tasks and their responsibilities, and also to impart a sense of excitement and, yes, fun. But they're also stress absorbers. When things go wrong, it's the leader that absorbs that stress, that does not throw you under the bus, that gets your back, that tells you, I understand this, I will work this through, let me carry that. To remove that burden from others so that they may go forward, so that they may work, so that they may focus, so that they may advance. Energy givers and stress absorbers. And thank you very much for attending this episode of George Talks Business.